right, we are recording
All right, officially.
over here.
Hold on. All right, Bo, do it again. Do the one again. Do the bit again.
Well, you know it's a real hot one today.
Yeah, so what are you going to pull
I'm going to pull out a cold
one. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's a hot one out there today. So what we're going to do, we're going to keep the AC rolling right along, just like this podcast every single week. Thank you for tuning in. All right, I'm over it.
You nailed it.
Yeah.
That was so good. That was the best.
It is true. We are going to keep the AC rolling.
So don't put it in
usually
the
if I
fucking
buy-
comment.
Wait, say we're gonna go to Brian with the traffic and weather.
Okay, we're going to go to Brian with traffic and weather.
Please work. Please work. All right, folks, I'm up over the 405. Seems to be a naked man running around. The whole Getty is on fire. There's mountain lions running. It looks like a mountain lion just ravaged the naked man right at the 405. He went straight for his genitalia. Good move. If I were a mountain lion, I would do the same thing. They seem to be doing the police job for them. I hope you brought some water, maybe a milk jug to piss in, because it's going to be a long commute. Send it back to you, Taylor and Bo.
Hey, thank you, Brian, from the field. Didn't know why I was still in the helicopter, but hey. I love somebody in a helicopter. Right before we go to the helicopter, please work, please work, please work. It's like,
Yeah, the helicopter. That's what he was worried about.
Oh, yeah, I'm scared. I'm the traffic and weather guy who's scared of flying.
please stay flying. Please
The
stay
budget's been cut. He
Stay
has
in
to
the air.
fly it also.
Stay in the air.
Holy shit.
Oh, Christ.
Oh, my God.
Hot start. Hot
Guys,
start.
this is going to be a good one. We took a bye week and we had to do an episode at my house at old Studio Rizzo, which went okay.
Yeah.
Not bad, yeah.
Yeah.
We did have AC on in there, so there was
I did feel a little bit like a starting quarterback who had to sit one out, and then I thought maybe Mahomes was going to steal my job.
we were just going to call you like, hey, man, we're just going to not come over there any
See,
longer.
the thing about Mahomes is he doesn't come with a commute.
Oh, he's right
That's
here.
true.
We actually were roommates, so.
Wait, who did Mahomes steal?
Alex Smith.
Oh, yeah.
But they traded him.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Football
happens.
talk. Football talk.
Yeah, we're going to send you to another podcast.
I guess it's more Tom Brady with the Mo Lewis hit on Bledsoe. I think that's the right
All right,
one.
The
Listen.
Bledsoe comparison is good.
all these fucking sporty
Sometimes you have to
references.
say things so that the listener at home stops screaming at their fucking speaker. There's like, you know what I mean?
Bring them back. I got you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got you. Well, listen.
Technically, Patrick Mahomes is an inaccurate example, and
Yeah, and they're going to be fucking emailing me about Patrick Mahomes. I don't fucking know who that is.
Well, it kind of happened with Fitzpatrick and Tua also, right?
Who are these people?
these are Lord of the Rings characters. Fitzpatrick and Tua.
I was gonna say, Jesus, I've never even seen Game of Thrones. Well, listen, guys, I'm excited. 2 weeks ago, I sent the both of you a text with a close-up shot of this here iPod engraved May 2nd, 2006.
It actually looked like a new emo band's album cover.
That's
The
kinda
picture.
true.
You're right. It did.
You know what I mean?
It
That's
really
kinda
did.
True.
It's actually, I think that's Machine Gun Kelly. I think he's gonna put out some like cool photography of just old iPod covers.
Machine Gun Kelly. Did we talk about this last
yeah,
week?
we did.
Okay.
Or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I
He's
can't
gotta
stop thinking
fucking-
about it, dude.
Did you watch the documentary?
No, fuck, I forgot.
Yeah, I haven't watched the
I
documentary.
did watch
either.
Woodstock
God
99,
damn.
but I don't want to derail you guys.
I just started that. Ooh, I watched Everywhere, Everything, All at Once. I didn't love it.
Do you agree with my review?
I don't
but he
remember
said
your
he
review
hated it.
directly.
Crouching Tiger, Charlie Kaufman.
No.
That is the movie.
I actually think it's just a straight up hack of the Matrix.
I think
if
it's
I'm
the
being
Matrix.
It
honest.
is on purpose, though. That's on
yeah,
purpose.
I think it's
But
like
it's
the
like-
Matrix meets Rick and Morty, kind of.
Well, it's the Matrix, but instead of going into a cybernetic world or like a digital world, it's different worlds. All they did was
but them being in
change-
that bus and like communicating through the helmets in the bus was absolutely an homage to the Matrix.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, she stops bullets.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the collection of bullets
But
fall
I-
in front of her. They call her the one. Like it was too referential for me.
Yeah.
But, you know,
I liked
we
it.
can talk about that later. I
Bo
more
likes
movie
everything, though.
I got more
We
movies
should
to
start a
talk
show
about.
called Two Thumbs Up.
Another like from.
That's right.
They all just work so hard. I just appreciate it.
I'm happy for him.
Oh man, you just have to do like a really great review of The Room.
I it
Actually-
is amazing.
Cinematic achievements.
Yeah, it is amazing.
Pretty
Oh
good.
man.
I mean, it's like the best. It's the most accurate miss in all of movie history.
I think you can get more philosophy out of that movie than Everywhere, whatever.
Yeah.
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 Into the human psyche.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I mean, I don't know. It just felt like, first of all these fucking dimensional movies and stuff that like, I don't know. I fucking
Ooh,
love.
Sorry.
What happened?
I said
Sorry.
that out loud. I meant to say it in here.
I fucking the show that came out on Netflix in 2016, The OA. I've talked about it 100,000 times. Is about dimensional travel and shit like that. And I feel like since that show has come out, so many shows and movies and stuff have taken directly from what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of insane to me. I mean, the whole Marvel universe, there's like direct quotes from the OA in the Marvel universe now, and like even in Everywhere Everything All at Once. I don't know. So I think I have this weird like perspective on it where I was like so deep into the OA and like knew so much about it that I'm just seeing it everywhere in all these.
What's
new-
OA again? I missed
The OA is a movie,
show
or it's a
or-
show about this girl who goes missing for 7 years, is missing for 7 years, and then she shows up.
Is it an anime?
And no, it's a live action. She's
It's a Netflix show.
A blind girl's missing for 7 years. They think she's kidnapped, and then when she shows back up, she's not blind anymore. And that's basically the first 5 minutes of the show.
She had her first orgasm.
She had her first orgasm and opened her. Now she's
Yeah.
woke.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
she can see.
Right.
Um,
Wait, but you're
She
saying
found
you're
God.
saying that a lot of things are ripping this off?
I think
He's obsessed
not
with that
necessarily
show.
ripping it off, but I think
But
directly referencing
is it old?
It's only started in 2016. It came out, but like before that, like the movies that they had as references is very small. You have like Into the Void. You have like Flatliners. You have like The Double Life of Veronique, which is this French movie that like they talk about a lot. Yeah,
Oh, got
Crushing
mad about
Bottles
that
over here.
sound. I think it's like a full 360 experience.
Yeah. We're
He's
gonna-
just mad.
I
about
just
the
have to take
water.
your word for all this stuff because I
Well-
don't know if and I'm not saying this to be cool at all. What happened was like a bunch of Marvel movies went by and then I got intimidated by how many I missed, so I just haven't seen one.
Yeah, don't. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
And really,
Sorry, Bo.
And
I
really,
like
you
them.
have you have Marvel movies up until Endgame, which is the last Avengers
Mm-hmm.
movie that came out, and then everything after that is basically a new story is starting. So you're gonna have another collection of like 30 movies.
Yeah.
That's gonna be one long storyline.
Yeah, I'm over my head.
And they've already gotten so convoluted in this like different timelines and all these different like universes and dimensions and stuff like that it's just gonna fall apart in my opinion.
You know what movie I saw that I really liked? Have you heard of the movie I Love My Dad?
Patton
It's a
Oswalt.
Patton Oswalt comedy, and
No,
it's like,
I
brand
haven't
new,
watched
right?
it yet. Yeah.
dude, I'll just say the premise. I won't ruin anything. The premise of the movie is there's a narcissist, estranged father who's got a depressive kid, and he wants to be back in touch with his kid after fucking up through the whole time. So and his kid has him blocked on everything. So he starts a hot chick profile on Facebook and starts an internet
That's
dating
amazing.
relationship with his son, and it's
Damn.
a true story.
That's
Holy
hilarious.
shit.
And the greatest thing is they don't try to do anything too big. They really just that's all it's about.
Yeah.
They don't try to. It's so good.
I need to watch
That's
that.
awesome. I mean, that's one of my favorite movies ever, which I probably will only watch maybe one more time in my life, is World's Greatest Dad with Robin Williams.
I when I left, I said that was like Bobcat Goldthwait made. It's like it has heart though. Like
Yeah.
Bobcat's always missing like the heart part,
Yeah.
which I love.
Yeah.
But Bobcat's like a real punk motherfucker. Like
Yeah.
his shit has a lot of teeth and he doesn't have a whole lot of heart. And I love his shit. But this is like a little sappy,
It's-
but I love
you
it.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Because the other one
So
is
I would
like,
love it.
You're sort of
You'd be balling.
Because World's Greatest Dad is fucking
That's
incredible.
that movie is better than I Love My Dad.
Yeah, but it's like
But-
it's also, I would assume, not as easily digestible as this movie.
This is
like,
pretty like it's that's what I loved about it is that they treated it like a mainstream comedy, but the premise is so insane
Okay.
that like I really liked that dissonance. But like they tried to make it as digestible as possible, and I think they succeeded in that regard. But like still, when you have these moments when you're watching a movie, you're like, holy fuck, dude, this really happened.
Have y'all been watching Blackbird?
No, I don't know
Oh,
what that
it's
is.
really good.
I did watch the
It's
Resort,
also a true
though,
story. Oh yeah, Resort.
which
What do you
isn't
think?
that great.
Not that great.
It's not that great.
How
no.
far did you get?
We're all the way.
Oh, I think it's great.
Bo, it doesn't matter.
It's
Yeah.
not great. It's okay.
Your reviews mean nothing.
It's okay.
It's like me saying something sucks. We're the yin and yang.
Yeah.
Like if I said it sucks, it means nothing. If you like it, it
Well,
means
I think you would like Blackbird.
We really are the yin and yang. I'm the line. Between
you are
two
the
of
line.
I think Brian would like Blackbird. It's a story about it's the guy from The Kingsman, Taron Egerton, is that his name? And the guy from Richard Jewell, kind of the fatter dude.
Oh, I recorded a podcast with that guy. I really liked him.
He's awesome.
You know, he started out as a stand-up.
He's such a good
And
fucking actor, though.
I-
I don't know his stand-up, so I won't speak on that. But
Hauser.
yeah.
Paul-
Okay,
Paul
it's, yeah, it's
Hauser.
like 3 names,
It's Paul
Yes.
W. Hauser or something.
something like that.
I know exactly. what
But
you're
so
talking about. Shit.
he's a serial killer, and Taron Egerton gets sent into like this, like he's up for basically he's gonna get released essentially unless they can figure out where the bodies are buried. And this is a true story. And they sent him in. He gets caught drug trafficking, and they sent him in through the FBI to like coerce a confession from him, and or get whatever information they can, or and try and find the bodies. And it goes a little haywire.
Yeah, that dude Paul Hauser started as a stand-up, and when I did the podcast with him, he crushed like he was an elite comedian. He was really funny.
Well, he's an elite actor. That's for fucking sure after watching this. And
That's-
after Richard Jewell, I think he's great in that, but I think that's kind of a light dance for him. I think that's easy work for him.
Yeah.
This, he really fucking spreads his wings and flexes on you a little bit.
Interesting. That's like a big thing about a lot of actors, I think, is that their like social skills are at such a high level because they're having to deal with like really important people, and obviously like reading all the time in front of people, and so like their ability to just be in the moment and like have a conversation or be on a podcast and be funny
Yeah.
and witty and shit like that, it kind of blows my mind sometimes.
That's
at
the
how-
skill, because like
Yeah.
to be in, I mean, there's only like 8 Daniel Day-Lewis level actors. Most acting is easy.
Yeah.
And so the way you get
We're
the
gonna
job,
prove that next month. And
the way you get the job is by being charming.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know
That's
what I
kind
mean?
of true. Yeah.
Like 90% of acting, a monkey could do. Like,
And that's
Yeah.
a lot of what acting is being confident in the words that you're saying and what you're presenting to yourself. Like that like hurdle for a lot of young actors is like convincing yourself that everyone in the room wants you to succeed instead of everyone
Yeah.
is like watching you and like feeling embarrassed about it. Like
Yeah.
just having confidence in saying the words that are on the screen.
I'm just like, I know the crew wants to go home so bad.
Yeah.
That's what's in my mind.
It's funny because like it kind of works in the opposite in comedy, because like if you come in there and think you're the shit, you're probably gonna get the gig acting. Like if you have like full confidence and everybody's like, well, if he's this sure of himself. But if you come in there on stage and people don't know you, unless you're like an established comedian, you come in with that kind of energy, people are gonna immediately want to hate you first unless you're
Yeah.
very funny.
You have
I
to
saved a set by being egotistical on Saturday. I was bombing up top because I went a little too hard up
Yeah.
top. And then I was like, I don't give a fuck. I know I'm great at this.
It
I-
can
and
work,
worked. Yeah,
but
yeah.
like saying that, like saying the words like I'm better than all of you and stuff like that, like it's
Oh,
that can
yeah.
work because they know you're kind of joking in the back of your
They
head.
also are looking at you, and that's
Yeah.
funny. The
Yeah.
fact that this fat guy who I've never heard of is saying he's
Yeah.
better than me is
Yeah.
funny.
No, like there's a way around it, but if it's just the energy of like you all have seen comics like that, and some of them
Yeah.
kill with it, and sometimes it just eats a.
What a
fucking-
lot of audience members feel like they sort of hold that power of like
Yeah.
whether or not you have a good night
Yeah.
of like, you know, talking shit or like just not engaging at all.
Yeah.
So if you have to like present that sort of confidence through your material
Yeah.
as opposed to being like, what's up, motherfuckers? I'm the
Yeah.
best comedian there ever was.
Which, if somebody comes out there and says that, it almost always gets a laugh.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
You
So
know-
that's different. Like if you just straight up say it, like
Mitch
I'm
Patel.
literally the greatest
Do
comedian.
you guys know Mitch Patel? Do you know who that is?
That sounds super
Mitch
familiar.
His like first 2 albums are some of my favorite, but he would always like if he'd get a laugh afterwards, he'd be like, "I'm very funny," which is just like I don't know why that's always
Yes.
so funny. Yeah.
I looked him up. I know he is.
His first 2 albums are like superheroes and muffins, or I don't know what they are. But they're super fucking funny if you can handle some early 2000s misogynistic material.
speaking of early 2000s, Do we have
Yes.
some music you want to share?
Hilarious transition.
Thank you.
That's we
got off on a
this
movie
is the tangent
Yeah,
podcast.
we can't stay on track.
Okay, so yes, I have.
but also, I always like talking
trusty-
movies. So.
the trusty podcast or trusty fucking iPod from 2006, where in doing all of my research for this emo shit that I'm writing, I found recordings of 2 of my high school bands. And I don't know if I've ever been as embarrassed alone by myself in listening to the first song I'm going to play for you guys.
I can't wait. What? Now this band was called
So-
Topanga.
No, this is the other one.
So let me lay out. So I was playing drums in high school, and a few of my friends in high school, we started playing like music after school, playing covers and whatever, just fucking around. And the guitarist, I will not mention anyone's name in this because this is
That's nice. of
yeah,
you.
I shouldn't. I shouldn't.
It was like Epstein's logs.
Yeah, exactly. They've been on my airplane too many times. But so the guitarist that I was playing after school with, we started like a fake band where we would just play like bullshit, grindcore, like nonsense. And we were originally called The Pillows, and we posted a couple shitty recordings on SoundCloud, and a band called The Pillows reached out and said, hey, you can't have our band name. And then we were like, all right, so we changed.
The famous pillows.
Exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
like
I think
go
they're
fuck
from like
yourself, the
Japan
pillows.
or like Korea, but they reached out and were like, hey, can you please take this down? So we changed our name to The Feathers.
Right. The down
then-
alternatives.
Exactly.
The dirty pillows.
Because the interiors. We just wanted to be something soft because we were a hardcore band,
yeah.
like hard, and a band called The Feathers sent us a cease and desist.
I'm gonna fight both bands.
Well, the pillows look legit to me right now.
Oh, really?
They have 22 albums out.
Holy shit! Okay, yeah, you can't have their name.
Holy shit.
I take back what I said about the pillows.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, they're still around. They started in 89. They're still around.
89?
Yeah, Japanese alternative rock band.
Well, I bet they're dope.
Wow.
I bet they're
Okay.
way better than your band.
Okay, so in that time, when all that happened, we really reassessed the band name, and we changed it officially to X, Corey and Topanga X.
Right.
As you would.
The lovable main characters of a beloved childhood show, Boy Meets World.
Yeah.
This wouldn't have been in 2011, would it?
This would have been before that.
Okay, because there's a band called Feathers from Austin that started in 2011. That looks like they're doing a lot, but I think this other Feathers band that was I think
They just
They
were
could have
fucking
been-
with me.
they were no pillows.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
They were no pillows.
Damn. All right. Well, so we shifted and it became officially Corey and Topanga. But how we started recording those songs was with an old karaoke boombox.
Classic move.
Where basically you have a CD player in the top, and then you have 2 cassette decks in the front. Also a radio player. So what you can do
We're
is
gonna
you
have
can
to like translate this to younger audiences.
Exactly. So I'm going to try to relate. So what you can do is you put a CD in the top, which is an old form of listening to music, and then what you do is you put a blank cassette in the bottom, which is a
Even
even
older.
older form of listening to music, and then you do that. You play the CD. You hit record on the cassette portion. You plug a microphone in through a headphone jack, and you can sing over the song and have it all recorded on the cassette. So what we would do is we would put 2 splitters in the headphone jack.
Jesus
So I would have 2
Christ.
microphones on my
Yeah,
drums, 2
this is all
microphones.
very
at the-
familiar.
It was brutal. So
you end up working for NASA just
yeah,
trying
yeah,
to make
exactly,
a shitty demo.
Exactly. And then and basically all the recordings you can hear like my crash cymbal and like some growls in the background, and that's it.
Yep.
It's so brutal. We eventually made our way into just doing a splitter into a computer program. in like
Wild idea.
2005. Yeah, exactly. I mean, this was
In
basically
05, that
before-
was a wild
I was
idea.
gonna say, yeah, it was like we had like a torrented.
No, I think I had
version of,
GarageBand
like,
in 2005.
Yeah.
I was making shitty
We didn't
joke
have a-
rap
we didn't
songs
have
in
a Mac.
2005.
I didn't even have a Mac. We had some like shitty old.
I had a rich
PC.
friend.
Crazy. But so eventually we started recording to where is at least like listenable.
Yeah.
Okay. Then that guitarist was part of another band that also included the singer that we use for our like after school band. They split up and needed a drummer. So I started playing with them, and then that band was called For the Sake of Scenery. That
That's-
was just a straightforward.
I don't hate that name, but it's
I
like
do. I
It's
hate
it's
it.
so many words.
It's
It's so many words.
I feel like it's not as bad as they could have been. Like some of the options that we had could have been like really bad, I believe.
Slight tangent. Do you think that if a band is very good and the band name is kind of shitty, does it matter?
No.
No.
At the end of the day, you start to add value to that name, right?
Yeah, no,
sure.
the greatest example ever is the Beatles, which is a terrible name, but nobody questions that name.
Yeah, you don't even think about it.
Yeah, Beatles.
Yeah.
It's awful.
It's a play on,
beat and
beating,
bugs and beating your drums.
but I don't get the bug like relation. It's just like I get the musical aspect of it. 'cause
Well, it's
you
just
call it
it's
beat.
just the same word.
Yeah.
Beetle.
Yeah.
Beetle.
Whatever.
That is a good example.
But you're
of
right.
it.
I mean, but that's
Yeah.
what a lot of those stupid bands were called back in the day. Like the Penguins was a doo-wop group. Like the Platters, like they were very like straightforward and kind
I
of.
think
silly.
the Animals is a dope name.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
a
the
great
anim-
name.
I mean,
Yeah.
the Zombies is the shit.
That's a
Good
sick
name.
name too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beatles not.
No, it's
The
not.
Kinks is my favorite
The
band
Kinks
name
is a-
ever.
That's
yeah.
a fucking amazing
Yeah,
band.
especially because they were kinky. They were like bisexual dudes in the fucking 60s.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
They're doing this a lot.
God damn. All right,
That's
here,
sexual.
Let
That's
me
how you
get
be
to this
sexual.
song. All right, so this first song I'm gonna play for you. I only have one song from For the Sake of Scenery, and
okay.
oh my God, thank
yeah.
God I
the
do.
more you say the word, I don't
You're just playing drums and you're embarrassed?
I'm
Or are you singing?
I do in this group.
Excuse
I
me,
do
vocals.
I do a little bit
Excuse
of
you.
backup vocals. I'll do a little bit of screaming in the background, but for the most part, I'm just drums on this first song. In Cory and Topanga, when I'll play some of that, I'm doing most of the vocals and playing the drums.
Wow, Phil Collins over here.
Yes, but my buddy who plays guitar also does some of the vocals in the other band as well. What I'm most excited about is to hear your thoughts on the comparison of the two groups.
Okay.
Because
Oh, what about me?
doesn't matter.
I like it.
Yeah.
Two thumbs up.
I thought y'all were trying hard on both of
I
them.
thought
man.
that was pretty
I
good.
appreciate the effort.
You know what, man? You told me you
put
set all
yourself-
those microphones up. Like that's a lot of work.
It takes a lot of cojones to put yourself out there like that.
You made
Oh,
music.
sorry.
We're back in the sky.
Fortunate Son comes on. Some folks are known.
Fly to the
Made to
Valkyrie.
wear the flag. Ooh, that red, white, and blue.
This is
Bum,
Major
ba-da-bum.
Tom to ground control. Oh my God! All right.
We have fun.
Oh, there's the name of the song. It's I forgot that there was the name of the song. The song is called "Not Even a Blowtorch."
Really don't
Could
like
melt my heart.
You goddamn
Is that what
right.
it is?
No, it's got to be something like that. Could
So
Could
I don't
melt
know
my
how.
love
I
for
don't
you.
actually know how to go about this. There's gonna be so much to talk about in this song, and we have to listen to the whole thing because it is adventurous.
The
Just-
whole thing?
It's
We can
probably a
pause
minute
it.
long.
yeah.
Oh no, it's solid.
It's 8 minutes.
It's solid. Oh, we are a jam band. I didn't tell you that. All right, hold on.
That was my friends in high school.
Grateful forever for the dead.
So grateful.
So grateful
We're
for the
so
dead
grateful
that
for
rise
you.
above us.
The friends that I
Mom.
had in high school, not related to Sam, were all jam bands. Like
Interesting.
because I was friends with a bunch of stoners that were like became stoner hippies and like actually were like opening for pretty big acts and stuff like that as a jam band.
Yeah, because nobody knows when it's good.
Nobody
right?
cares.
They're like, they are still playing.
So
I think they're because if they would stop if they weren't, right?
Hey, you got 2 hours? Okay, you can open.
Listen to this song real quick. All right, hold on. But before I play this, because I'm having a little bit
Yeah,
of
the anxiety is like.
exact.
No, you'll
so,
be fine.
So when I listen to the song,
you're a new person.
So let me say how we recorded this song first, just so you have a little reference. Our practice space was an air-conditioned storage unit, complete metal walls and roof, concrete floor.
This is Dan Carlin level pretense.
Listen, I can't help it.
You're trying to delay.
I really am.
Just fucking press play.
No.
I'll
Okay.
play you an old band of mine, I promise.
All right, but hold, just a little bit. So the opening moments of the song,
We're gonna hear it.
they crushed my soul. But then there were
I
aspects.
think I'm gonna like it.
All right.
Crush my soul. Are those the
right.
lyrics?
No. They really
Probably would've been better.
It was heavy. It was heavy to listen to because it was so bad. But then it's like, this isn't so bad. But then it gets really bad.
It's not. You're not supposed to be great when you're 14 years old.
That would be weird.
I was actually. It was yesterday when we recorded. I was an adult. All right. I'm gonna hit play. Hopefully the volume is all right. God damn it, I may regret this, but here we
You
go.
chose this path.
I know.
Let's hear it.
Because I know it's gonna be gold.
Jesus, just press play.
But I'm.
just
I'm gonna
press
fight
play.
you.
All right. Shh.
His fingers hitting the strings.
Is this enough volume?
Yeah.
I think so.
Can I get some more?
Yeah. Which one is it?
It's the phone logo.
I still know all the lyrics. Here we go. Sing this together, guys. I threw a bloody rope to catch you.
Why would I know
But
Why was the rope bloody?
so her hands would slip
it?
away.
Gotta put the bloody rope in there, dude.
It's okay. I'm feeling okay about this.
Tell me what's going on. We died all at the same time. Lion down, settle the radio. We died all at the same time. This party's out of control. So take it. That's right.
It's honestly better than most things on Catatonic Youths.
Yeah. I'll take that compliment.
That should have been double bass.
I only did it for the intro part. This is the best part of the song, though.
Words can know you. My mouth's not welded. My mouth's not welded. If thoughts are on you, your mind's now swelling. Your mind's now swelling.
Kind of fell apart right there.
I mean, recording all these separately was the bane of our existence.
That's so insane.
Yeah, I wasn't metal enough for this. Much longer than this.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I think I got enough. My ears are bleeding.
No, we gotta get to one part at the end. I'm so sorry, guys. So sorry. I feel like there's a market for this. Oh, here we go.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Spent white out of
Oh no. Oh no. What is it called?
Recitation.
A recitation.
Like in country music when they talk.
Yeah, I didn't know that's what it was called. I just called that the talking part.
I got the talking part.
So whenever like in Hit 'Em Up, Tupac is talking a bunch of shit.
I just know that from country. I don't
Okay.
Bridge to my success.
All right. All right.
All right, let me start with a compliment.
Yeah, let's. Yeah.
In
Are you about
regards,
to nag me right now?
no, not at all. Maybe a little bit,
I thought it was pretty good.
but the
Thumbs up.
Bo absolutely did not like that. It was fun to watch Bo actively not like
space
something.
in the,
I
in the
did
very
not
opening.
I
yeah,
did
that
not
was-
like it.
What
But
are
I
you also
also-
angry about?
Fuck.
No, I will say
yeah,
this.
Why are you grumpy?
That sucked, but that whole genre sucked. And let me put like, I don't know what made bands that sounded like that popular and other ones not.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you guys could have been.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It wasn't that bad for that genre if you had like professional tools around you. I think
it's the
would've-
same as Poison the Well. Distance makes a heart grow fonder.
Poison the well.
You've ever heard Distance Makes a Heart Grow Fonder? It's exactly like this. They were like one of the starters
like
of that.
Chiodo.
kind
I've
of-
never heard Poison the Well where they
Was
sing
Chiodo's-
throughout the whole song.
Oh, they
just-
scream.
yeah.
Yeah. They
But I
say
got you.
towards the
They're
end.
pretty melodic.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I got you.
No,
Yeah,
it wasn't good
Chiodos.
as like Taking Back Sunday because I think some
I
of
think
those
that was
songs
like our
hold up.
direct like
Yeah,
reference.
it
was,
wasn't
like,
as
Taking
good
Back
as
Sunday.
that, but honestly, when they were putting out fucking album after album for these kind of bands, I think with the right guidance, y'all actually could have been decent.
We could have opened for like Red Jumpsuit Apparatus. Or
I
like,
never listened to them.
That's what I
God.
meant. We could have
What is that,
opened for
Red
someone.
Jump Apparatus.
So,
Jumpsuit.
The reason, I mean, they sucked.
I know
no
the name.
shit, they sucked.
Side tangent. They
like-
held auditions in Jacksonville, Florida,
Hmm.
for every member of that band,
Mm-hmm.
and they literally cast.
No, there was
that band,
absolutely
and they already had
nothing-
an album written, and it was ridiculous. So,
But
yeah,
besides
that was,
professional recording, there was really not much separating you from a lot of those bands.
Yeah, it was
Right.
fine. You guys were.
So
the
that is
vocals
a
were
good
fine.
compliment. But
Yeah.
it was hard to listen to at the same time.
That-
but also, I don't feel like you have anything to be embarrassed about because
Yeah, no, you were pulling that genre off. I mean, I think I would be embarrassed if I was ever into that genre.
yeah,
but
well, that's part of it.
yeah, no, I feel.
you're also a little older. Like you
Yeah,
kind
no,
of couldn't
you-
avoid it if you're.
I'm older. It was more popular when
You
I
think
was.
so?
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Oh, well, good for you.
Dude, there was a million bands like that went to my high school.
I never
Red
got-
Line Hoax
that-
was one of them.
Headline
I
hikes.
was into Taking Back Sunday for a bit, and I still actually like a lot of their stuff in a nostalgic mind. But that's about as deep as I got. Maybe a couple other bands at the time.
I would say I'm more from this era than you guys are.
really.
I would.
Yeah,
really,
because that was like
Was it dying when we
middle
were?
school for me. 2001 was middle school for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the
Yeah, it was
height
never
of that
s-
would have been high school for you, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
would have been seeing them live. We would
I was
have
a
just
freshman
been
in 01.
listening to them.
Yeah.
Well, that's so. I was going to Warped Tour. I went to Warped Tour from 6th grade through high
I don't
school.
think I was allowed to go to.
So
Warped
I was.
Tour
I was
at
like,
that
I
age.
saw Bad Religion and AFI at Warped Tour when I was like 11 or 12.
Yeah.
My mom let me go to Ozfest, but not
Oh
Warped
my
Tour.
God.
She's like, no, get into the good shit.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
hilarious. No, Mudvayne is playing over there.
Yeah. But also Black Sabbath, which
Yeah.
is sick.
Yeah, no, I got to see the full lineup minus Bill Ward,
Yeah.
Black Sabbath
That's
in
sick.
04.
And Bill Ward's the one you want replaced because drumming is the hardest thing to hold up.
Yeah, well, that's a good point.
Get a
I mean,
younger
it'd be
drummer.
sick to say it was the full lineup, but who cares? I got
But,
to
yeah,
see.
better somebody who can
I got
actually
to
play
see
it.
Ozzy Black Sabbath with Geezer Butler and Tony Iommi.
Yeah,
you know?
fucking
That's pretty
rules.
sick.
Fucking awesome. And then I saw System of a Down like 2 weeks before with Mars Volta opening for him
Wow, that's fucking
in the
cool.
pit of this huge venue in the Woodlands called the Pavilion.
Damn.
Just like
Dude, pretty much my whole set on Saturday and like all my new material is about Woodstock 99 and that era that I grew up in.
Yeah.
It's like that's
Did you watch the doc?
Yeah.
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 I haven't watched. I've
Pretty
only,
gnarly,
like, one
right?
episode
My
in.
take on the whole thing, and this is like I'm not gonna do a joke. This is the truth.
Yeah, you can do a joke if you
No,
want.
I'm not doing a joke. But it really, when I was
Nobody will
watching,
hear this. It won't be burned.
oh, I'm not worried about burning it. Woodstock '99. As I was watching it with my girlfriend, and I said this. I was like, this has made me rethink my thoughts on the opioid crisis. because the guys who are doing all that shit at Woodstock 99 are the target demo for the opioid
Yeah,
crisis, and I'm
yeah.
like,
Kinda
maybe
true.
these boys are a little better slowed down.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
They were rowdy.
They were really rowdy.
Yeah,
and
what's-
raping. and-
What's like
Yeah.
what makes you want to just scream and like smash a beer on your head? Like, what is the like
But those guys
impulse
still
to be that
exist.
type? What's what I'm saying? What is the impulse to be that type of person? Is it the music of that era, or is it just like
No, I think that
the break stuff mindset?
that white boy rage thing, I definitely
Yeah.
have that, have it. It has to come from some kind of comfort or privilege where it's like
Yeah.
you don't have an outlet for. I don't know what it is. I haven't analyzed it yet, but
We need a draft.
I did in the few in the few moments I watched of the Woodstock documentary, I did like actively search for any black attendees,
Oh, it's very few.
and it was quite difficult.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it was the same as the 1969 Woodstock. There are more black people at the 60s one, but not much.
For sure. Well, it was like you got to think about the difference of the movements. Like the 60s was a movement of white people that were, I mean, pretending to care and understand about
Yeah.
black people at least. And then so there was like at least
I
some
don't
sort of
even
sense of
think
community.
I mean, they definitely
I mean, it was just-
leaned on a little bit civil rights, but I think it was mostly about free love and drugs. Like
Right,
that was
and
the whole-
it was a
Woodstock
big
specifically.
anti-war.
And-
There was,
Anti-war,
but
yeah.
there was a hardcore civil rights movement that was attached to the 60s for sure.
sure.
That plenty of white
And a
people
lot
were
of
involved in.
those like free love people and anti-war people were a part of the civil rights movement.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
my mom marched in the civil rights movement, who was notoriously racist growing up for me.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like funny to like look back. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. But it's like it's weird looking back on those times and like, but in the 90s it was like the opposite. It was like that group of people. Or probably
This is
a
literally
group of
like in the
racist
joke
people.
I'm doing right now. I call it the Manson murders of the 90s.
Oh yeah,
yeah. It's
makes
what I call it.
a total sense.
Yeah, yeah.
The part in the documentary that surprised me that I don't think was in the other one was the older guys that booked the show they just booked the highest grossing bands. They didn't know who Limp Bizkit was. They didn't know who Kid Rock was. And so if they pretend to be these like free love blah blah blah, no, they're fucking money making assholes that pretend that have this like guise of like whatever.
That
like,
era of music is the white NWA. It was the white tough guy shit.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
exactly like what they tried to shift into that era.
And I'm not hating on that music at all. And when that one
You
motherfucker, no, I mean that music holds a place somewhere. But the asshole that was like, Fred Durst was a bit of a jerk. Like I told him to chill out, and it's like Fred Durst is gonna Fred Durst no matter what. Like Kid
Hold
Rock
on.
is gonna Kid Rock. Like what you booked him. You didn't do any research. It's like showing up to a comedy club and being offended by the comedian when you didn't. You just showed up to see comedy, and it's fucking Doug Stanhope or something like that.
Yeah,
you know,
I
it's
guess,
the
that
same
makes
fucking
sense.
thing. It's like just dumb.
They should have just booked everybody who was alive from '69 and just
Yeah.
done a nostalgia fest.
well, to have like
Absolutely.
they
Yeah.
had like James Brown, and then you have Limp Bizkit and Korn. It's like what the fuck?
or
kind of
one of
what are
my
we
friends,
doing?
jam bands.
Or ex Corey and Topanga X.
yeah,
we would have
yeah.
played.
Why didn't they play?
Oh man! All right, side tangent. Just before I play some more music.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and it's gonna. And this is I'm actually excited to play this because it's worse, but somehow better, in the same. But I went to a recording of Doug Loves Movies yesterday, Doug Benson's movie podcast, and it was mentioned that Fred Durst has written and directed a feature film.
Yeah, he's been a commercial director for a while.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. I had an opportunity to work on a commercial that he was directing, and I just wasn't available. And if I had known, because they don't tell you, hey, and so-and-so's directing it, but my buddy worked on it, he was like, yeah, it was Fred Durst. I was like, fuck, I would have loved to work on that.
God damn. That's so fucking crazy to me.
I also missed a Wes Anderson one.
That sucks.
Oh yeah, he does like American Express or something.
He does some stuff, and like, so he was getting notes from the agency, and he was like, no. Like,
Yeah, of
just
course.
like, why are you telling me what to do? They were like, that's kind of how it works, Wes. Like, the agency tells you through the through the client, what they want to have done, and he's like, well, no.
It was so on that gig you got me. Bo got me a gig on a Tracy Morgan, Sarah Silverman commercial.
Oh, nice.
And I was working right next to the copywriters,
Oh,
and so to just listen to
they're so annoying. They're the worst people.
listen to these people try to write jokes
For Tracy Morgan or Sarah-
Oh
Sarah
my
Silverman.
God. Yeah, two of the funniest fucking people.
It is so fun. I was dying, and they were also hands down the only snobby people on the set.
Always.
And it was just so funny because I felt like an old gunslinger. You know what I mean? And people were talking shit.
They don't
I was
even know.
I have no idea. And then I was just like, all right, keep stealing my seat.
Oh,
Yeah.
so fucking weird,
It was
dude.
really funny. That shit used to make me mad when I was younger, but now it just makes me laugh.
No,
when
I just
somebody's
have-
a cunt to me,
I
it's
have
funny to me.
I have to
Yeah.
avoid it when I've been on set.
Yeah.
Like, I just can't be near those people. I used to
Yeah.
have to drive them around. I would do location scouts and
Yeah.
stuff and tech scouts, and I just drive around the client agency in a fucking van, and they're the worst people to deal with. Every single time. It's
Yeah.
never. There's not been an exception, except for maybe once where it was like, I just started working here. This is pretty cool.
They're not even writers; they're copywriters.
They're usually
Yeah.
just fucking work in the office there, and they got a paid vacation to come out to LA to chime in random fucking bullshit to solidify that they have a job, you know, to like contribute anything. They're like, oh, I did my job.
Do they
you know?
always have on set like copywriters?
Dude,
Like,
Commercials, yeah, definitely.
It kind of went away during COVID, and it was nice. They would do it all through Zoom, and I wouldn't have to hear any of it.
Yeah.
And then they went to like people movers. They just have a big van, and you wouldn't have to set up tents for them or anything, and they just stay in their van because they were all like COVID isolated together. That was nice, and now it's gone back to normal, and it fucking sucks.
I think the rule for Tracy Morgan would be like, hey, say Uber Eats about 4 times, and then say anything else.
Is
you
that
want.
what it was for?
Yeah, Uber Eats.
Dude, India? No. I gotta go pee.
Yeah,
But
we're not gonna get pulled.
When Tracy was getting laved up, he was like, treat me like a piece of ass.
God damn, dude, he's so fucking funny. No one on planet Earth can write something for him.
No.
You just gotta
He
write.
doesn't
listen,
write.
He's like, what's my line? I gotta say something about chicken. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, and then it's like he says the funniest shit ever. It's like,
Well, also he like this is a cliche example, but he could read the dictionary and it would be funny.
Oh, well,
like
yeah.
he's just
You're
so
right,
his
you're right.
cadence is so fucking funny. Yeah, he was, and also he's a desperate comedian guy.
Yeah.
So like the shoot was in a house, and there was 3 setups. There was like the main shot, then there was the B team, and then there was the social media part. And so there was 3 sets, and you could just tell where Tracy was because you would just hear thunderous laughter on wherever he was at the time because he just has to get laughs everywhere he
constantly.
goes. Sarah Silverman, not so much like that. She's
Yeah.
just doing her job,
I'm sure.
in and out.
Yeah.
But Tracy was just, and it took a lot longer because he was killing for everybody.
I'm not. People like don't understand that a lot of comics aren't on all the time like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I told this dude one time that I was a comedian, and he was like, "Are you?" He's like, "I knew this one comic, and he wouldn't shut the fuck up about trying to get like."
Yeah.
Telling it's like, that's like annoying as shit.
I remember a comedian friend of mine who was far more successful than me. We did a show together, but we were friends way before he'd ever seen me do a set. And he goes, "You were funny. I didn't expect that because I've never heard you say a funny thing in your life." Because I'm usually just staring at the wall.
Yeah, right. That's, that's what I'm looking at my phone, stoned.
Yeah.
Like people are like, you don't really say much at all. So
Yeah.
but
I don't care about like the way Tracy needs everybody around to like him and laugh. I don't give a fuck.
I'm kind of the opposite, honestly.
Just leave me alone.
Yeah, I like to be left alone as well. All right, you guys ready for some music?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right,
I was hoping I missed
All
the
right.
first band was Topanga and Corey.
No, the first band was For the Sake of Scenery.
This is Topanga,
This-
ex Topanga and Corey.
Corey
to
and
X.
Topanga.
Corey.
X. Please say the name correctly.
Yeah, come on, dude.
But like when I was growing up, we didn't say the X's.
You're right. You're right.
We
Well, we
when I
only.
was growing up.
yeah.
I mean, we were basically making fun of people's like AIM handles and like
Yeah, of course.
their live journal names.
Yeah.
Because everyone would be like X, like Kitty Loser
Yeah,
X, or
yeah,
you know,
It's a
I don't
good
know,
name.
something fucking.
It's a
If you
good
were a
name.
big fan of the metal band Kitty.
Yeah.
But so all right, so this
X-Men X.
yeah. This collection
No.
of songs This collection of songs, I'm not gonna play all of them.
No, you're not.
Is the
Please.
most
Fucking
cancelable,
God.
the most cancelable
Oh,
stuff
shit.
that I have in my repertoire.
I'm
On-
distancing
on
myself.
planet
I'm on
Earth.
board.
On planet
I'm
Earth,
off camera.
I am choosing to not play certain songs, for some things that I say and that are said. But maybe I'll play them for you. We can just bleep them out. Bleep out some certain things. or
You
cut
can
some
live
stuff.
bleep if you know it really well. I got a. You want to live?
Do you have a live?
You got a
bleep
cough
tool?
button?
Where is it?
It's one of those 6 sounds. I can't remember which pad.
Oh, one of these?
Yeah.
Not that.
There
That
it
one.
is. Yeah, if you want to live bleep it.
I'm gonna accidentally hit the cheers.
I thought you had a fake crowd in your song for a second.
What the fuck is up, Charleston?
I made a joke album when I was
Ladies
in-
and gentlemen, Bo Loftman.
Stop it. You're too kind.
I'm doing
Oh,
peace sign. It looked like in the video that I was doing like a Hitler salute. Because my hand was off camera. That was a peace sign. That was a peace
Ladies
sign.
and gentlemen.
Up here? You don't know what I'm doing? Down
Herren und Frauen.
Wait, what if that's what Hitler was doing and it was all just a big
No,
misunderstanding?
you can see his hand.
Oh, you can? Okay. I haven't watched the video.
And the millions of people also doing it.
Also, even if he was doing a peace sign, that would just change what the peace sign meant.
Yeah.
Right,
it,
yeah,
wouldn't,
exactly.
it wouldn't be a misunderstanding.
really
yeah,
ruined the
swastika
peace sign.
used to mean peace.
yeah.
And that's real.
That's real.
Holy shit.
Ask the
I'm glad we left the
Indonesians.
AC on because I'm still hot
Yeah.
just from the embarrassment.
Yeah, you should be.
Okay.
Fair.
So this band, I'm gonna play.
Yep. Just
I'm just gonna play stuff.
listen. It'll speak for itself.
Yeah.
It really will.
Please set it up for another 20 minutes.
This first song is called. This first song is called "Funny Pants."
Oh, okay. I
And
like it.
I think we're just gonna play through all the songs,
I don't know if we can get through all of them.
all 32 tracks.
And it needs to be just killer, and it does not need to be clean. So what you got?
Like a joke, a knock-knock joke?
Yeah, no, well, I mean better than that.
You
Then
started
tell
with an
yourself you got
Office
a normal
sample?
day.
Well,
I didn't know The Office was this old.
those some awful tight pants you have on. Where'd you get them? Like,
Yeah, this
Quiz
is
R
like a
Us.
later season.
Great bass tone.
We don't have a bass player.
I already like this a little more though.
That's me.
Need some mixing.
Oh, I hate the pig squeal. I know what that word was.
You nailed it though, dude.
This is worse than the last one. This does not fit in anybody's world. This one's worse. Oh,
Were you guys into anal cunt? Yeah.
And like guttural engorgement. And like this song is about snakes on a plane.
This song is about snakes on a plane.
dude, I never got into this kind of music.
I hope you don't call Samuel L. Jackson a bad word in this one.
Right.
No bad words in this one.
Oh. I'm more of a Beach Boys guy. Is
This
that
riff sucks.
Is that you? Is Is that you or is the other one you? Both. Wow. Multi-talented.
That's me as well.
The guitar player is awful. Like the
Yeah, it's all bad.
Oh man. No.
That's going through a distortion pedal.
nobody asked you to be silly while you're doing this.
I really didn't like that song.
Same song.
I'm glad y'all were.
Why didn't you go right there? That sample went too long.
Yeah.
Should have been right after on the motherfucking plane.
Oh my god. The lyrics in this shit are hilarious. The first line was Samuel Jackson, you're so witty, but girl, that snake bit you on your titty. Which is something that happens.
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't know you knew the words.
oh I know most of the words. I still know most of the words.
No, I meant Bo.
It's pretty good. I just added to that.
Oh my god.
So just drums and guitar.
Yeah.
If we
That's
lose
the whole song.
if we lose a subscriber because of this,
It's not gonna happen. I'm telling you.
you are sweating like a
I'm
dog.
so embarrassed. This is the worst song by
He's
far.
sweating so much, and I'm always the hot one.
Well, that's what the reviews say. This riff's better.
Hold on. This song.
I need
there's
some words,
another
'cause I can't
band.
take this
There's
right
another
now.
band called the Pee Wee Herman Massacre that was doing what we were doing, just joke, stupid songs.
Yeah.
And we
But
found each
nobody
other-
gets that they're jokes because, like, I wouldn't know that it was a joke.
It's a
Ain't-
song
well,
about snakes on a plane. The
It's a
first
whole
song was
genre
about,
though. Like Anal Cunt kind of started this, where it's like grindcore that's like satirical or funny. Like Anal Cunt is literally a band about their song titles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like 311 is gay
Yeah.
is one of their songs. You know, satirical stuff.
I know, I
Like
get
Mark
it.
Twain.
But at the end of the day, you could say anything on these songs, right?
Right. That's why the song title is so important.
Yeah. I mean, that's
No,
the whole
but you
thing.
know what I mean. Like, I'm
Because you don't know the words.
I don't know
well,
the words.
For a lot of people in that genre, the lyrics were a big thing because they would basically read the poetry of whatever like sad.
and
metal
some
band
people
they
get
were
into it very hard and write some really gnarly stuff.
100%.
Yeah. So it's cool to be like, "Fuck you." I'm writing about snakes on a plane as a joke.
I think so. There was this
It's
other.
more honest to the teenager experience.
I agree.
Yeah.
There was this band called
No, I
Shark
get that.
Punch. There's a band called Shark Punch that was out at the same time. They were
That's
a
a
hardcore
great band name.
It was one dude who played the drums, guitar, and sang. He just recorded it, and all of his songs were about like how everybody goes to McDonald's after a hardcore show. Like it was
Ooh,
just
McDonald's sounds
ridiculous.
Did you ever hear the band Judd Judd?
I don't think so.
There was
Judd
a
Judd.
punk band from Florida that did an a cappella metal band. I'm gonna play like 2 seconds.
Are
It
you
will-
stuttering or?
So they just go like there was
Yeah.
also a
I wonder
hard.
if I have Shark Punch on here.
Here's a Judd Judd song off their 7-inch.
Are we gonna get
No,
screwed? Oh, they're an acapella band.
yeah. Somebody put this on vinyl. That's all you needed to hear.
That is.
All right, hold on
Pretty
here. I'm
cool.
gonna play. I'm gonna play.
I
a
like
song
that
from-
more.
This is Shark Punch.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Oh, he's going for a.
It's like more straight up hardcore.
Yeah. Like what's that OC band that they make fun of the singer all the time? He's.
I don't know music. I don't know.
I wanted to say Integrity, but it's not obviously not that.
Integrity.
Integrity's good actually.
This is what we could have been if we had a producer.
No, I don't think you'd have been this good.
This is more my shit right here. This is like actual like straight edge hardcore.
Yeah.
I love this shit.
For sure. What are like the hardcore bands you were listening to at the time? Because like hardcore for me is like
So we had two kinds of hardcore growing up. We had capital H hardcore, which is like this, like gym shorts.
Yeah.
Fucking, like I was into like all that
think
New York
I
hardcore
think
stuff,
I
like Pro
like
Max.
that.
Yeah, Madball. I
But
was
doesn't
into.
that fall into like Nazi shit sometimes?
I mean, everything does.
Yeah.
Country
Well,
music, punk, hardcore, it all.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
weird because punk is like split in like the Nazi side and then like the side where it's like we don't give a fuck if you're gay or straight
Yeah,
or
yeah.
white or black. If you're around here, we're all together. Let's
Yeah.
go. Dun, 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 and, like,
Yeah, exactly.
some Black Flag shit. or whatever, like-
Yeah, so I was into like beat down like New York style hardcore, and then like, but most of the stuff I liked is like, you have to be in the punk scene I was in to even know what I'm talking
know
about.
who they are. Yeah.
yeah. It's like they didn't cross over at all.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
because
know.
I got like bands that were like starting to come up that sort of like walk that line of like that straight edge hardcore and like what could be digestible in the mainstream.
Right.
So like With Honor was a band that I really liked a lot. They were sort of like a pop hardcore band. I don't really know how you describe them.
They sold gym shorts.
Yeah,
was
for sure.
was crack big in the punk scenes you were in?
Crack?
Crack cocaine?
Yeah.
No. I mean, there is leftover crack. That band they smoked crack.
No, like in Austin, there was a huge famous punk house, and literally they had a wheel that you would spin, like if you were new there, and like 4 of the options were smoke crack. Like they were all fucking crack.
Yeah. Austin used to have this fest we played every year, Chaos and Tejas. Do you remember that one?
I was
That
never
was
in
the
the punk
best-
scene.
that was the best punk fest in the
My
country.
buddy
Cool.
made a documentary about the punk scene, and I was never attached to it at all.
And my only experiences with Austin until I went just now, I think, were festivals. I played South by a lot, and I played Chaos and Tejas, and I had never seen Austin not in the context of a
chaos.
festival.
Yeah. No, Austin's cool when it's quiet.
And we would play like a 3 a.m. generator show under a bridge by the river.
Well,
Hell
when you
yeah.
were, I went to a show in L.A. next to the L.A. River. There was a generator show.
Yeah.
Tons of fucking nitrous.
Yeah. That's a
Were you guys going to the
Scumfuck
gathering?
world.
Like this
No,
sounds like
no.
you're just
This was
doing
not
whippets
that
all
long
fucking
ago.
night.
No, that was big during the pandemic. I think
Yeah.
Vice did a little mini doc on it.
I didn't go to
Damn.
that one, but I went to one very close to that, and yeah, it was
Those kind of punks in the
it was
Bay
actually cool.
in the Bay Area. Those kind of punks are called the pirate punks, and
Yeah.
they have this venue called the Hazmat.
It's not people I'd want to hang out with regularly,
Yeah.
but it was cool to go to that show.
Yeah, I got staph infection at the Hazmat, which is hilarious.
Oh, dude, people were barefoot
Yeah.
next to the L.A. River with broken glass and fucking all this shit, and I was like, I was
Dude, if
kind
you're
of,
wearing shoes, you're not punk.
I was
man.
basically
You're
a,
not really punk.
I was basically a Vice reporter, like, because I was just
Yeah,
watching
yeah.
it from an onlooker. But I did get fucked up, and I did a couple balloons just to
Why not?
to get into the situation. And no, I had a great time, and everybody was so sweet.
Yeah,
Like, why are they so nice?
that's how you know they're not my kind of punks.
They're no, but they're like.
No, I'm like calling my world out. Very snobby.
Oh, okay,
Very
gotcha,
snobby
gotcha.
world.
No, they were just very like inviting. Like, I wasn't dressed like this, but not too far from it, and they were like not.
You're a party guy. You look like a party guy.
Yeah, they're like, yeah,
Yeah, you're
come on in,
welcome.
come on in.
You don't have
Yeah.
to like the music. You just have to like
The people
drugs.
where I was who I was with were much more punk looking.
Yeah.
So, but I was probably wearing a swimsuit and a black shirt. So they were like, yeah, whatever,
That's hardcore.
you're fine.
Should I play you my pop punk band from when I was 21?
Let's hear
Yes.
at least only 30 seconds.
Yeah. Can you take like a while to intro it before you do?
yeah, please give us a dissertation to open it up.
I think I can. Well, you know what's so funny is that this band, it was all women except for me, and this band, I was like, I think I was like 21, 22, and my friend Michelle was in the band, and she's an amazing singer, but she only wrote one song the entire time we were in the band, so it looks like I'm this like shithead who didn't let somebody like write their music. You know, because all the songs are mine except for hers. But I was like begging her to write songs.
Well, some people are great singers and aren't good songwriters.
But her song is good too. I was gonna play a little bit of it, but it's like straight '90s pop.
What did you play in the band?
I played guitar and sang.
Okay.
But hold on, the player's not coming up on the. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Stand by, ladies
I
and
gotta be
gentlemen.
honest. I would
Play the
love-
helicopter noise.
I would love to start another joke band. That's
Well,
like.
do it. Nothing's holding you back.
I mean, I need a group of people. I need at least a guitarist.
Not me, dog.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, I'm not.
But
I'm not musically.
I
inclined.
played in
Those are
bands
just-
until I was 29 years old.
They're
Like,
just. It's just
yeah.
funny.
I'm over it. I still play. I write.
I miss playing the drums though. I haven't had a drum set since I moved to LA.
Yeah, I've never been able to play an instrument
Interesting.
completely.
I haven't been on this page. This page it's a blog spot.
Oh god,
Yeah, that's how old this page is.
it's gonna break his computer.
I know, right?
We should go read some of my old LiveJournal entries.
I don't even know what that is until you said it earlier.
LiveJournal?
I can assume what it is.
It's literally long form Twitter. You basically just write your diary for the day
Ugh.
on it, and people
Ugh.
can like follow you, and it's pretty
Yuck.
ridiculous.
Well, I seem to have squandered momentum. Oh, new recording. Oh, it's just not. Interesting. It's just not popping up. I don't know. It doesn't matter. What is this? Is this it? Yeah, it didn't. It didn't work. So I'm not gonna.
Oh, fuck you! You really
Sorry,
ruined.
I'll just
the
play
fl-
10 more of my songs. I do.
I mean, it sucks. It's like that's the thing. Like making you wait
Well,
for
do you have
something.
any? Do you have any music that you're proud of?
Yeah, tons.
Well, let's hear
But nobody
that.
wants to hear that. No, this is about embarrassing yourself.
I
I mean,
know.
I will say, I could play you one song that I recorded that is kind of embarrassing. This is my band, The New Flesh. I mean, we like toured Europe. And we were on a decent label. We did a lot, but this is the last song I ever sang in my life. I knew I had to quit after this song. It's a little dramatic.
Do I have to bleep anything?
Actually,
A lot of N words.
this is when I was this band
Oh
was like
yeah,
obsessed
it was a
with,
Nazi band.
we were obsessed with Susie and the Banshees.
I don't even know what that is. It's definitely recorded way better than his.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
like a legit studio.
I put it in a fucking tin chicken coop.
This is on 2-inch tape.
Damn, that's sick.
bragging. I'm more of a 3-inch tape kind of guy.
That's me, dog.
Hell yeah.
How old were you?
Oh, like 26.
What are you, 36 now?
Yeah. It's just whatever.
I mean, it's straightforward. You guys could open for the Killers.
Yeah, I hate that. But that's just me. We normally were like way off here.
It didn't hurt my ears, so I'll say I like it.
Yeah, but I wanted to play something more embarrassing. That's just like whatever. It's kind of a letdown.
I'm gonna find something
Just
that Bo
shitty
hates.
music.
That's made
Bo-
professionally.
Oh, no, I do hate stuff.
Well, I'm gonna find out.
Actually, it's funny because, you know, who's that comic that has so-and-so hates that movie? He's kind of came up around the same time.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Fuck. I can't think of his name. He's a comic. He has a podcast about, like, you come on just to talk about a movie you
Oh,
hate.
it's Jay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jay Light.
Jay Light, thank
Jay
you,
Light's
thank you.
podcast.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, I found an embarrassing.
I'm
band.
sorry, Jay. I forgot your name.
Here's homeowners.
Haven't seen you in years.
Homeowners, like homo.
No, homeowners.
Oh damn, that'd
Like-
be great if it was homo-ners.
No, it was more just a joke on how nobody in California will
Is
ever
this the
own
one
a
you
home.
don't like?
This is an old band.
I don't mind this already.
Is this you singing?
Yes.
Yeah, this is a little.
That's a little embarrassing. The song's alright. I don't hate it.
It's like you're trying to sing with a British accent, like British punk.
I was definitely obsessed with Elvis Costello.
But it's not that bad.
Listen in contrast.
But
listen,
it's not
listen to how good
mastered or
Michelle
anything.
is. This is the one song she wrote. This could be like on Reality Bites or something. It's like a phenomenal song. It's like, why was I singing anything?
Her voice is like, feels like an early 90s like female punk band.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, it's like the 99 cent news balloons.
Nana?
Is that who it is? Yeah.
Listen to these notes she hits at the end. Where is it? Listen to, she lets it rip here. Here it is. Let it loose. She goes full Whitney Houston at the end there.
Yeah, she could have performed at 99 Woodstock.
Dude, she's one of the best singers I've ever worked with because the producer goes, do you think you could harmonize that? Like, what if we did like a third and then we did a fifth? And she goes, okay. And then she just one take
Just did it.
did 2 harmonies with herself.
I'm like, hold on, let me Google what that means real quick.
yeah.
Well, like, you asked what I don't like. Like, I really don't listen to a lot of music. I just don't care about music that much.
You just
I
only
really
listen
don't.
to the music that your friends make?
I don't. I'll go see him live. But I don't listen. Like, I listened to Sam's new song because it just came out. And he showed it to me when we went on that short tour together. He had already showed me that song. But, like, I don't play music. You know, like, every once in a while I'll get into, like, a new album came out of an artist that I like. But I very rarely will put on music in my car.
Damn, I am
Like,
the opposite.
almost never.
I listen to music all the time, and I almost never listen to new albums. I haven't
Yeah.
listened to a new album probably since, like, Amy Winehouse's album came out fucking 10 years ago.
I was listening to Oliver Tree the other day.
I don't know who that is.
He's like a new guy. He's like a comedian also, but his music is actually pretty solid. It's very like nostalgic, but like in general, if I was to listen to music, like the playlist that I have it is all old music. Like probably, I mean pre-90s at least. Like
Yeah, I listen to a lot of new stuff, but it's country.
yeah.
But beyond country, I think everything I listen to is from way before I was born.
But the country that I listen to, there's some newer stuff, but 99% of it is old country.
Yeah.
And not even just outlaw country or anything like that. I do love that stuff.
I like
but,
a lot of 90s like pop country, if
I
I'm
do
being
too.
honest. But for me, my favorite shit is Hank Williams Sr. That's
Yeah.
that's what really like
I
makes me
definitely
feel like
go
I'm
in-
listening to some
yeah.
good shit.
I went into a cafe and the barista, she was playing Should Have Been a Cowboy.
Hell yeah.
And we had this moment where we both zoned out where I was at the register and I was like, I bet you never heard old Miss Kitty say. And then she was like, have you ever thought of running away? And it turns out we were just like singing.
Aw. And then y'all
Singing,
fell
like,
in love.
in each
No.
other's face. Like,
No, not at all.
Aw. That's sweet. But no, yeah, I just don't listen to music that much. So like,
Should've learned to rope and ride. Is that the song where
Yeah.
his son sings part of it?
No, it's all Toby.
What's the song where his fucking son sings a little? God damn it! My dad used to make me listen to it all
We'll
the
put a
time.
boot in your ass.
That's what I was thinking. It's the American way. Uncle Sam put the name at the top of his list.
The melody's good to that song.
No, that song's a banger.
Yeah.
And that's why I enlisted, just like you.
Dude, you guys
Why'd
ever
you enlist
seen?
Toby Keith?
Have you ever seen?
Because he was like 40.
yeah, no
I wanted to
shit.
get Toby Keith's dad's eye back.
That's
or whatever.
I'm
fucking,
sure he's done so many fucking USO tours, though.
What's David Cross's bit that he used to have about that, where he's like he sings, and I proudly stand up next to you and defend her still today. Well, get the fuck up, you piece of shit. This is your time. Like, it's
Yeah.
Oh, I do like that song, too. You know what's fucked up? Is
That's one of the worst songs of all time.
I love that song.
The video is hilarious.
That and then Get a Little Mud on the Tires by
Okay.
Blake Sheldon is a rough one.
I may have said this before on the podcast, but in Texas, at my elementary school, from kindergarten to 4th grade, every Friday after the Pledge of Allegiance, they would play that song.
Oh my god. That is
over
fucking
the fucking
incredible.
crackly fucking speaker.
And then as soon as the song cuts out, it's just cheers throughout the hallways.
No, kids just sit down confused. Like, I'm fully indoctrinated.
Oh my
Everyone's
God.
like, and I proudly stand up.
Dude,
and they
I
just
was-
sit right down.
I was fucking hyped on it, to be honest. You're in 3rd, 4th grade,
That
and they're
is
like, and I
crazy.
proudly stand up.
I mean, I was
Fucking
in.
smash cymbals. next to you. I didn't even know it was about America. I'm pretty sure.
You'll like have your fist in the air.
You didn't know it was the chorus is "I'm proud to be an American."
I just didn't get it. I was in 3rd grade.
You're like, what's American?
No, I like.
And I'm
it's
proud
like you know,
to invade Iraq.
but you don't really know at the same time. Like
No.
that this is not normal
Dude,
for most places.
I watched in my classroom in 8th grade, in my English class, on the TV, us bomb another nation, and people were cheering.
Bombs over
So
Baghdad.
you watched the invasion of Iraq in like
Yes.
2002,
When they actually
March
showed,
03.
yeah,
March 03.
when they actually showed like them bombing, the shock and awe.
Yeah,
Well,
or
you-
shocking y'all.
I
Yeah,
mean,
shock and
It's
awe.
a Toby
you
Keith
mean when
album.
they sat back and just were like, boop, just like, are you talking about like the?
Shock and awe was all it was all drone and
Yeah.
missile.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was
There's-
crazy.
There were, the ground troops came in after the carpet bombing.
I watched the I watched 9/11 on a rollout TV
Well,
in my
we
5th
watched
grade
that
class.
too. I walked into 7th grade, and my teacher goes, "Everybody sit down. I believe we've been attacked." He said that. The news still wasn't saying that because only the first plane had hit.
Yeah.
And he
Good
goes,
for him to go off the cuff.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
To a bunch
"Fuck
of
it,
children."
Fuck it.
Mr. Harlacker, which we all called Mr. Hardwacker.
Dr. Ezel was mine.
So Mr. Hardwacker
I was in
sat
Mr.
us all
Probst's
down.
class.
He turned the TV on, and then we're all watching as the second plane hit.
Yeah.
And we were like, "Yo, what the fuck
Yeah,
is
no,
going on?"
it had already happened by the time I walked into class, but we watched the second. I don't think we watched the second tower get hit live because everybody's talking about it and everything. But the TV was there, and we watched it probably 10 minutes later. I don't know.
My friend Graham was asleep for the whole thing. I always thought he was so cool. He always had like different color hair
He
every
sounds
day.
cool.
And he was like sleeping through 9/11, and Mr. Probst literally threw a chair at him.
Oh my
He
god!
like, Graham, wake up! We're under attack or whatever. And Graham's like, what? He just wants to go back to sleep.
Wasn't there a comedian that said that they slept through 9/11 and like went to a bar? It might
I
have
was
been Ari
Steve
Shaffir.
Rannazzisi, I think.
No. No, not that one. I think it was Ari
zoomed
Shaffir
him.
said that he was like asleep or like slept in that day. He was doing shows the night before and got to a bar and he's like, everybody's kind of fucking pissed off.
Yeah.
Like everybody's shitty.
Well, what's the?
It may not have been him, but it's somebody in like the skank world.
Yeah.
yeah,
like-
what's Rogan and fucking
Stanhope.
Stanhope?
Yeah,
they were
that-
on mushrooms, right?
No, they were on mushrooms when they watched the invasion of Iraq.
Oh, I got
And
you.
they were like, "There's a fucking kickoff for for the war."
Yeah, Louis had that bit where he's like, you know how bad of a person you are by how long
Yeah.
you waited to masturbate
Between
after
Tower
9/11. For me, it was between Tower 1 and 2. Yeah. And then he had another great 9/11 bit where his wife called him. He was in California, so she woke him up for 9/11. And he thought that she had caught him on phone sex receipts. He thought she found phone sex receipts. So he was like, she never calls me
Oh, I've
this
never
early.
heard
What the
this
hell's
bit."
going on? And she goes, turn on the TV. And he's like, oh, thank God. It's just 9/11. I thought she'd caught me on phone sex.
Oh
I-
my god.
Honestly, the old bits that he had when he was still married and just talking shit on his
Yeah.
wife were some really
The saddest hand job ever given.
yeah.
yeah.
Just like,
Yeah. Holding her robe close.
yeah.
9/11,
What was that, like
it's
chewed
just a
up or
gift,
something?
I forget which one.
Yeah.
That was the gift that keeps on giving. It came up 3 times in my set organically last night, and it just like I was like, this will never not give me something.
No, always. I used to do.
I wonder if Pearl Harbor was big on the Borscht Belt. They
I
just
don't know.
kept talking about Pearl Harbor.
Lenny Bruce was just chopping it
You know
up.
how long I waited to shtup my tuchus after Pearl Harbor?
I don't think "tookus" is the right word.
Shtupped my tuchus. That means fucked my ass. You know how bad of a person you are, but how long you waited to get your tuchus shtupped after Pearl Harbor?
Oh man.
Gay Borscht Belt.
Good times.
That's a great riff that'll be wasted on. Nobody will know what I'm talking about.
No, people will.
You got to speak a little Yiddish.
You got some
and know the
40-year-olds
Borscht
to
Brothers.
listen, I'm sure.
Well, that's,
If anybody speaks Yiddish, that was for you.
I think people know what Tukus is.
Stupt, though? You can put it
They
context
can
clues.
figure it out, yeah.
Stupped.
Yeah, like on set, you figured out what a...
Yeah, everything was. I was like,
What's a C-47?
when they call a fucking extension cord a striker,
Stinger.
Stinger,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I was on one. I was like, do we have to rename everything to make it impossible? Like the rest of society calls this an extension cord.
Yeah.
It's a lot of words. It's a lot of letters. What were the other ones?
Fuck, I can't remember
I
off the top
mean,
of my head.
do you know what a C-47 is?
Nobody uses those,
No.
though.
Nobody says that
It's
anymore?
it's a clip, like a laundry clip.
Yeah.
Like a wooden clip.
A wooden clip, yeah.
I'm trying to think of other terms.
A Jenny is a generator. That's
Well,
pretty
yeah.
obvious. Apple box.
They were using a different word for the crane.
Oh, a condor.
Yeah, they were saying condor.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I call that a lift or a crane.
Yeah.
I didn't know what a
it's
condor
the
was.
it's the specific kind. There's different ones, and that's a condor.
Because I was like, where's the bathroom? They're like, right by the condor. And I'm like, I don't have time for these games.
Shit in my pants. I'm gonna go shit in the van.
Oh, and also, two-hole.
Two hole?
I don't know what
That was what they were
is.
calling the bathroom, a two-hole.
They were just fucking with you by
Yeah.
then.
No, because it wasn't just me.
They're like, hey guys, if Brian asks for the bathroom, let's call it a two-hole.
The two holes by the condor.
Well,
what? Why? Are we in war?
Well, you know
Is this
it.
Navajo code?
So like with new people,
They start just tapping on you. It's just letting you know where to go.
there's always jokes for new people, but like I didn't tell them that you were new in that kind of world, but like you hadn't worked on commercial sets, but like it's always the joke is to ask that, like ask a new PA to go ask the grips for a long wait,
Right.
and then they just stand there and wait. Like that's the joke.
More than happy to wait.
And then like, hey, can I get a long wait? And then the other one's the dolly key. There's no dolly key.
Right,
It
right,
doesn't-
right.
So you ask for a dolly key or a long wait from the grips, and they're like the grumpiest, like people
Yeah.
generally. Like at least look wise, they're fucking big dudes, grumpy looking. You're like, can I get a long wait? And they just stand there.
I was with the grips. That's who I was working with.
You were working with the grips?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah. So, and I also
They just saw you when you walked in. They were like, he's a grip.
Yeah. Well, I literally was making fun of everybody around me
Yeah.
right away, so I don't think they were pulling any pranks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But pranks are fun.
They sure are.
One of the pranks at a restaurant I used to work at, they would tell new people, they'd be like, hey, the air in the walk-in is getting stale. We need to recirculate the air. So can you just take this plastic bag and
Catch all the air.
scoop the air out? And then another one is you would send them to restaurants for mushroom powder. Yeah.
I like that.
Interesting. Mushroom powder. God damn. You know what? Every little group has their little pranks. When I moved to fucking South Carolina, a bunch of fucking like hunter dudes were like, you gotta, I can't remember what they told me we were gonna hunt, but they're like, you gotta come hunting with us. We're doing this thing. And basically what they do,
And they raped you.
they rape you. They give you a bag. I didn't do this. I didn't,
We got him good.
Zing!
Yeah. His way he processes a trauma, he calls it a prank.
Thank you.
Oh, man.
My dad
Somebody
would come
pranked my tuchus last night.
My dad would come to my room every night and prank me.
South Carolina prank, right?
No, but basically they would give, it's like a group of like 5 people, and they would give you a fucking bag, and you basically have to like catch these things in the bag. And so they would drive you down the street, and they would drop people off 5 in a row, and then
What would you have to catch in the bag?
some fucking animal that you can't shoot. You gotta catch. They just run around and you gotta catch it.
Is it a real animal?
No, they just drop you off in the fucking woods
Yeah, they raped
and
you.
just let you, and they just leave you.
Did they make up an animal name?
Yeah, they did. I
Yeah.
can't remember what it is.
Fucking
There's a thing they
a
do-
nematode.
There's the redneck kiss too, which is when you fire a shotgun for the first time, they put you up against a tree.
Oh yeah.
And then it backfires, and if you don't have it pressed up, it'll, send you back in the tree, so you get a bruise on both sides.
Yeah.
First time I shot a hunting rifle, they didn't do this to me as a prank, but I had the scope on my eye because that's how I thought it worked.
God.
Did you get a black eye?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It bled.
Damn,
It
that-
bled
I was
and a
gonna
black
say.
eye like 3
It's
days
sharp.
later.
Like it's not like
no,
a dull,
yeah.
soft
No,
edge.
it didn't have like a cushion thing on it, but like my mind, I was a kid. I mean, I was probably older and should have known better that you had to sit back on it, but video games, you think you're like in the scope, you know?
Oh, I would. Yeah, if nobody told me, I would have done the exact same
Yeah.
thing.
So yeah, my
100%.
eye was in the scope and totally got like, I mean, it bled here and then it was just like black to like out to my temple. Like it was fucking gnarly.
Damn.
And my mom was not happy about it because she did not want me to go hunting with my dad in the first place. And
And he laughed his ass off, I bet.
his buddies did. I think he was a little concerned that he was going to get an earful. But
Oh yeah, I wasn't
Yeah.
concerned about your eye though.
yeah,
Oh, you'd be fine.
yeah,
Stow a ham on there.
yeah. No, so I caught my leg on fire when I was a kid. This is a big fight between my mom and my dad. With my mom didn't want to do fireworks, and obviously the least dangerous kind are sparklers. And we were playing with sparklers. My dad was doing the fireworks. Caught my jeans on fire. My dad puts it out, even though I'm sitting next to a pool. He could have just pushed me into a pool. Pats the jeans out. I have like the worst second-degree burn that the doctor had ever seen. And my dad just was like, "Oh, I'll rub some dirt on it. It'll be fine." Because he didn't realize, like, later he was like, "No, it was bad. Like, I didn't realize."
Jesus.
But my mom was like, "Never again."
I have some scars on my body just from not getting stitches.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, it looks like I've been in like knife fights. It looks like I've had a really hard life, but I was just like lazy about that shit.
Yeah, for sure. I have a big ass scar on my shin here from when I was a kid. I just never got stitches. Like,
I have a scar that goes all the way down my finger because my mom was like, "You're holding that knife wrong. It's going to close into you. You're going to cut yourself." And I was like, and then I cut my finger. And we were on vacation in.
You didn't wanna
And
tell.
so I had it wrapped in toilet paper and it was behind my back. And she walks into a room. She goes, "You sliced your finger, didn't you?" And I was like, "No." And she goes, "Let me see your finger." And it was soaked in blood, just
Oh,
like tons of
no.
blood. She's like, "You're a fucking idiot."
God damn, kids are fucking dumb. I'm so glad I'm never having kids.
Glad I never was one.
I was born a man.
No, that's from Matilda.
You do look like you could like present a whiskey commercial right now.
Oh, I could do some whiskey. I'm not a big whiskey guy.
Fabric of
You're a beer guy.
But like if it was
Two-beer
liquor,
queer.
like tequila or vodka is my.
Interesting.
Does
Why?
tequila make your clothes fall off?
You want to find out?
Alright, fucking losers.
No.
Let's get out of here. Let's fucking.
Oh yeah, we
I
have
feel
a
like we run
serious
little bit long.
filmmakers meeting that y'all aren't privy to.
I actually don't even know. I gotta text him right now.
No worries
He's,
if
he's
not.
talking with the DP at the moment.
I had some news stories, but they weren't that good.
That's all right. We'll get into those next week.
No, I get rid of them because then they're
Why?
outdated. I get
Listen,
stories
as
from
long
this
as
week.
as long as Joe Rogan or Last Podcast on the Left doesn't talk about it.
Well, we
we'll be
beat them
all right.
last time because we put ours out and there was. Oh fuck!
Just say your news story real quick. This is the headline. All right, we're going to go. For some reason, we're putting our news anchor in a helicopter. So here's where the headline
I have
news. Bo Loffman, everybody.
Very nervous. Man who drinks his own urine clashes with his flatmate over the smell.
Why is that a newsworthy story?
All right.
Unless it results in murder.
And that was Bo Loffman with your news at 5.
26-year-old woman shot multiple times while trying to steal Nazi flag from neighbor's yard.
Tight.
But I think she
Mess
died.
with the dog, you going to get bit.
More Nazi propaganda from Brian
From
Volke.
somebody else.
At Mr. Brian Volke.
No, it's something else. At Taylor.Rizzo.
No, it is fucked up
It's a
because
different
obviously,
guy. It's a racist Italian guy from
I
back
think it's
home.
actually like some white girl in Chicago.
if you see
Yeah.
a Nazi flag, you would want to take that down if you saw that. But like,
Just
are you
light it
gonna
on
risk
fire.
getting shot? No, I mean, if you go light it on fire, he's gonna shoot you either
No, you
way.
get one of those like barbecue lighters so you can stand far away.
Flamethrower, like Once Upon a
I'm
Time in
just
Hollywood.
saying-
That would be the shit.
I'm just saying I'm not gonna risk my life trying to take down some dumbass's Nazi flag. I mean, I'm reporting to the HOA.
Are you
maybe?
the HOA? They're the
It's in a
president of the
subdivision?
HOA.
There's no way that's in a subdivision.
Yeah, it's on the neighboring trailer.
You
Holy
just hit it with
shit.
more paint, maybe from a distance. I don't know.
War paint?
Some more.
Or you just
some
hang a
more paint.
huge Star of David flag outside your house,
Yes.
directly across from
Yeah,
him. Bigger,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
bigger.
but yeah.
Well, those were great news stories. I'm glad we got to those.
Yeah. Well, the only reason I put the piss one in there is because we were talking about the girl that drinks piss every morning.
Yeah, we just have long-running themes on this show.
But also,
where-
like,
What about a huge sign in your yard that says "I heart interracial dating"? Right across from
but
him.
not marriage under just dating.
Only marriage for gay people.
only casual dating.
Yeah. Just torture the guy because his defense of his thing is gonna be free speech. So then you just combat him with like just tons of signs.
Or
on
he
his
might
side.
come at you with like, I'm just a fan of German history. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, dude, that's what I basically grew up with in the South.
Yeah.
People being like, well, it's not
you're
the
talking about the
same."
rebel flag?
Yeah. Flying it in like the Christmas parade and shit like that. Like,
Well, it's got to be in the Christmas parade. I don't know how you would leave
Santa
it out.
was Southern.
he was.
Santa was.
Yeah, the fur lining
South
on
Pole.
his thing is actually the blue stripes with the stars.
He's not from the North Pole. He's from the South Pole.
All right, guys.
That's it.
Please follow us on Instagram at WWWMPod, on YouTube, What's Wrong With Me podcast. That's where we're, doing the thing the most. That's where we put all the effort in on the YouTubes. Please
Yeah.
follow us, like and subscribe, all that. Bo, where can they find you?
At Bo's Backyard Burgers, LA. We're going to be at Footsie's Bar this Friday again. We were there last Friday. We sold out, so get there quick. And then at Bone Thugs and eHarmony on Instagram. We try to post reels on there from the podcast. We try to get things rolling on that bad boy. And yeah, and check out Sam Morrow's new song, More. It's very good.
That's right. Friend of
He
the
needs the
podcast.
help.
Yeah. Mr. Brian Vokey on Instagram. Any shows or anything special coming up? He can't hear me.
Sorry. I got a thing at one that I was like a little stressed about.
Oh, yeah, you're good.
No, just follow me at Mr. Brian Vokey on Instagram, like you just said. That's where I put everything. Lots of gigs coming up.
Yep.
Lots
New
of different
podcast
cities.
just started.
And a
New podcast called Concrete Kicks with Brian Vokey coming
Concrete
out
Kicks.
this Thursday.
Nice.
Mostly on YouTube. I haven't got the audio domain locked down yet.
Nice. That's we're kind of behind on the audio side as well. YouTube seems a little bit easier. But yeah, follow me on Instagram at Rizzo. Check out my other podcast, Getting Doug with High, that I do with Doug Benson and Alicia Glass every single Tuesday on patreon.com/gettingdoug. $4.20 a month. It's a lot of fun. We are back in a makeshift studio, the Spacement. If you've ever watched the show before, it is a lot of fun. We are going to have guests on starting next week, I believe. So a lot of stuff coming up, live shows and all that as well. Yep, at Rizzo Instagram. We did it. Let's 5 it out, guys.